Welcome in, everyone. We are once again, possibly for the last time, playing Strange Horticulture by Bad Viking and Iceberg Interactive. So let us get back into it, shall we? We've got plants to water, places to check out, a creature to help with? Question mark? We'll see. But thank you for all the hugs, everyone. Winter Fairy, Trav, Dusk Flights, welcome in. Welcome in. All right. It is the end of day 10, which is a Sunday. We have nothing left to do today, per se. Let's check it out. We have quite a few plants, yeah, like 4 pages of plants that, for the most part, we know what is what. All of our purpley blue labels up here on the shelves are all of the plants that we actually know what is. These group of unlabeled plants, we're not entirely certain what they are. We don't have them listed in our book. And this group of yellow labeled plants are all plants that we're pretty sure we know what they are, but we haven't confirmed it yet. They are our confirmation. We also have our little Halloween pumpkin gallery over here and our watering can for when the will to explore is needed, but we don't have enough of it. We have not experienced any of the Rising Dread, thankfully, because I'm good at my game. And we do have this ability to look closer at the plants to see of the little details and whether or not that will help us with their descriptions. So there's more to find. Dusk Flights, you're a wonderful friend, not a creature. We have met everyone relevant to the mystery involved. There is Faye Smith, the psychic. There is Bethany Coleman, the sister. There is Verona Green, the occult scholar. She works with Reuben Ward, the investigator. I'm not entirely certain if Simone Green, the librarian, is related to Verona, but it's quite possible. It could be a niece-aunt situation. It could be a mother-daughter situation. We're not entirely sure, but they don't say exactly. We do know of Forrest Vare, the hunter. He is one of the Dreher, as Bethany is one of the Sisterhood of Arda. We have met this unknown woman, the woman in the jade mask, is what we know of her. But we have a sneaking suspicion that the story bits we get between days may have something to do with her. We have met Ennis Aylford, who is a cultist representative of the Seeds of Redemption, who last stream, we turned down their invitation to be known as their friend or known as someone who would work with them. And they're a little bit spicy about it and will refuse to save us against the Woken Dendru, which they seem to worship. This is the local barrister of Undermere, Isidore Burbidge. I cannot say his name today, but we'll get there. He's kind of not nice. He's rich, he's entitled, and he tends to assume that he can just make demands and we will acquiesce, which is correct. We do not want to get kicked out of Undermere where we live. And last but certainly not least is Amos Duncan, the collector. He has been helping us since the beginning of the game, but only recently came back into town from his travels. He's been sending us letters for ages about the various plants that he's run into. He tends to create the description entries that we receive on occasion, and then we have to go and pluck the plants ourselves. I think there may be one more individual of note, a servant, I believe, or or so a certain Cole would say. Yes. The underlying mystery here is that there are murders that are happening. The head of the Sisterhood of Arda has been murdered. There have been other murders in other places that are put upon Reuben Ward. Investigator Reuben Ward has been chasing down. And they all seem to be linked to a creature, as Verna Green has discovered, that has many names. Let's see here. I'm not entirely certain. Yes, some of them call it the Gilded Dendra, the Awoken Dendra, some of them call it the Servant. It's got a couple of things, but it is a summoned creature, and we believe it has been summoned by the woman in the Jade Mask. Or so the story bits that we've gotten so far between the 2 streams prior and this one have led up to. So now it is time for us to end the day and get more of the story and continue on next time. This, of course, is our cat. Very good cat. Very, very good cat. In fact, the first time that our friend Simone comes in, she is pleased to see our cat, whose name is Hellebore. So, Hellebore and her get along wonderfully. So, time for more story. It's probably a really big demonic plant, and we need to show up with some strong herbicide. Why else would this game be about a horticulturist? That is a theory. So we have interesting points that leading to an X. In time, she learned the sisterhood had secrets, or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but by now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. So, the beginning of the story of this particular section starts here. And this is where we are currently at. As you can see, it goes by the phases of the moon. So, the story so far is, it started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Time passed, a year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, struck down by typhoid. The girl grew inward as her father turned to drink. Not long after, the girl left home. Her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. At first she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually, she made her way to the Grisdale Forest. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. Every day, she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day, she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day, thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. In time, she learned the sisterhood had secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but by now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. Dun dun dun! We learn more about whoever this woman represents. It is Monday, day 11. Good morning, Hellebrew. Hello, boy, our kitty cat. All right, we have a card. Let us see what this card will bring. We must use up the will to explore and see where we can go. Now, this looks relevant. 902, the bow fell. The old man is 803, which means whatever mountain, whatever place this is, X marks the spot. So if I click here, looks like E16. Exactly. Thank you, Trav. Whew, that was an easy one. The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crags stretch across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colorful plant stands out amongst the moss. New plant, who dis, who dis? So here is our new plant. The leaves feel smooth and soft underneath. The large stamen seems to be the source of that acerbic odor. This isn't ringing any bells for what we don't have. It's not that. We're pretty sure we have that is this. We know these two. We know those two. We know those two and these two. Devil's Night Trap. Have we decided what that is yet? No. The plant is known colloquially as corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Well, we don't have anything that smells like pine needles yet, so it's definitely not the night trap. The Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties. It produces a flower with many petals, which... watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. We're pretty sure that's the Ember Soul, so we're good. The Evulum. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. It has many short, pretty leaves. We don't really have anything like that, and this does not have the same leaf pattern. So, that is not... we don't even have this plant. Farmer's Wort is a mushroom, but it's not any of these three. Henchuck. The fruit of the henchuck can have a startling effect on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but a larger amount has been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure growing in bursts that give a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it is ready to harvest. This doesn't have a bulb. This is not a blue-green bulb. But this one is. So we think this is the henchuck. We know those. The Isle of Neptune, also called the Truth-sayer. This plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. None of these look similar to this picture. So that's not there. Does this look similar? No, it's got an acerbic odor. Strong scent. Doesn't look like we have this plant either from what we have. So it's not this. We know these. The Meekdew we're pretty sure is... this one. Because when you look at it up close, all of these flowers have the same flower shape with the little eye in the middle. But it is a beautiful flower made up of smaller florets, making this sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be a pleasant-looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. It doesn't say anything about that here, but this is the closest we have to that, so that's what we think it is. The Norwood, we're pretty sure, is this one because of this. The little sparkles. So, we're pretty good there. The Palliance, don't think... oh, yes, this is the one we think it is because of the leaves. But maybe that's not quite right. Maybe this isn't the Palliance. But it does have a pleasant, fresh aroma, so this is the reason why we think it's the Palliance, actually. Okay. Sheep snap. It's thought to bring good fortune. The green seed pods, the sheep snap, have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant the bulbs of Baoni. Don't think we have this one, actually. Not definitive, but a contender. Yeah, that's why it's not confirmed, but it is the closest we have out of all the descriptions of the plants that we have. I don't think we have this plant at all. Storian, we believe, is this one. Because the dark red fruits, this one says it has red fruits and long flat leaves. So, considering the way that this little bulb area looks, this might be the Storian. But again, it's unconfirmed, so... This cross-section is not actually super helpful. The Trimblehuff is a bell-shaped cup flower. We don't have that particular design of cup, because it does say that they generally point downwards, and even in the stuff that we have unlabeled, like, this is the wrong shape, the wrong type of flower. So, yeah, it's not our new one. Absolutely not. The Weeping Bell, we think we know because the leaf shape that it is this one. So we have that. These are known, and that is the end of the book. So that is where we are at. We do have 3 flowers that we have to figure out to make Baylock's elixir. And we do have fungi, poisonous fungi, and their antidotes. That is helpful to us, but this is going to be kind of a pain in the ass because we have to find these 3 distinctive flower shapes out of all of the flowers that we have. But we do have the setup to make it once we find them. Yeah, I definitely need more pages, but like refreshing my memory after 2 days of not streaming, absolutely, this is the game where you need to go over those things. I retain a lot of the information of this game, even with a 2-day break, but I don't retain all of it. So I'm just trying my best here, you guys. All right, here we go. Time to bring in the first person. Oof. George Campbell, what can I do for you? My old man reckons there's a plant that can find pots of gold buried underground. Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw a share of the gold your way. We do know of that plant. Do I remember what it's called, though? I don't. Let's see here. Visions and prophecies. It's not a mushroom. This is for extreme cold. This is for a poultice. This is for funerals. This is for afflictions of the mind. This is for the worshippers of Arduana. This is for opening locks. Eye strain, a mushroom. Dranthium is for the drawer. This one is for, this is to create an antidote against Dendra's miasma. Ember Soul is a request for sanctuary from the gods. There is a warning on the page. I remember that. Aching bones. The eyebright is for eyesight. Farmer's Worry, I'm pretty sure we don't have. Fever's Kiss is an energy booster. Fox's Camphor, Sleeping Dross, Fox Button, Friendship Between Strangers, we've used it a couple of times. Gandy Root, Digestive Troubles, the Gilded Dendra, Poison. Gray Sandfire is for dental hygiene. Harlequin Blue is an incense that will cause loud sounds and scare people, like the dead, because they scream to, like the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. Henchuck is to cause amnesia. Hop Heart is pain relief. Jacob's Worth is a person locator. The Lady of Summer is an ornamental plant. Larkshine is a trap. Lemon Dandy is afflictions to cure afflictions of the heart. This is a truth plant. This one lifts curses. Maiden's Sorrow. Prevent the mind from wandering. Mary's Breath is said is to bind someone to secrecy. Meek Dew, a decorative plant. Decorative plant that you don't touch. Mellow Glow, is for sneaking about. Mountain Astery promotes confidence and persuasiveness. Norwood is sharp focus. Palliance is to clean the air. Fennet is to reduce anxiety and distress. Red Ebony is what we use to fill this thing up. Wren, it detects poisons. Royal Dentia releases Swift Snare from things. Sheep Snap we don't even have. Shimmerlung admits a blinding light. Solomon's Scepter is used in satanic practices and witchcraft. St. John's Poppy can help with hearing. Storian is poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. The Mount Trap is not what we want. The Trimble Huff we don't have. The Wandering Blue is a mushroom. The Weeping Bell, aha, a plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You'll have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. But the soft frilled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It is also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Yes, we are. Absolutely. It's this one. Part of that desk flights was me trying to remember the particulars of the things that I have so that I can go, oh, it's this one later. You remember, I have not been playing this for 2 days, so... we have learned about Lesser Meridoc. The round flower head of Meridoc is made up of smaller yellow florets. A single drop of this strong-selling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental facilities, rendering them slow and uncomprehending. Okay, Lesser Meridoc. So we have the Weeping Bell now. We need to change its label color because we now have confirmation. And put that up on a shelf. The Lesser Meridoc is a yellow flower, and I'm not seeing that we have any unconfirmed yellow flowers here, so we just don't have it. I can find the end of the rainbow by looking for a waterfall on a good day. Not difficult. To be fair, Duskblights, the description of the conversation said that he didn't remember the name. Yeah, so we pet the kitty and then we do the bell so the kitty doesn't freak out. Hey Mos, you're back. I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave, I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination. I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it. This is where you come in. Surely you've got something up your sleeve for me? And this is where he wants Balok's elixir, so now we have to go through the trouble of finding these 3 flowers and making it. Okay. A potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it ensure that they retain important information they could never forget. So we need things that do memory. To aid with memory. That's what we need. That's visions. Afflictions of the mind. Candlewood? It'll be on the last shelf, of course. Yeah, this is not those 3 plants. Okay. Supposed dark magic. That's a lock. Yeah, we needed the potion to drink last night to remember to brew it. Yes, maybe a potion that we could have brewed last night. All too true. Caps are hard. They are. Nasty bullying caps, all shouty and nasty. Yeah. I've been putting it off because some of it is guesswork, and it's kind of a pain. We've had Balok's elixir for like 2 days in this game. Chuck has startling effects on memory, but it's more amnesia. And this doesn't even have a flower, so it's definitely not that. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. So the Lady of Summer may not be that helpful. But it's... Maybe? try it. What else? Not that one. We don't have this or this. Maiden Sorrow? Maybe. We do have Maiden Sorrow. Somewhere. That's the other thing, is that, like, unless you start putting things in, like, alphabetical order, it gets a little crazy to find things. Nope. Keep going. Is Maiden Sorrow the spiky plant, though? What else? Mary's breath is about trust. I don't think so. I think that number 2 is bottom left and blue. This one, the Lady of Summer, next to the tall red flower. The Mellow Glow? The St. John's Poppy? No. The Eyebright? I mean, if we're just going off of flower shape, maybe. It's like, if we're going off of flower shape, then it might be this, this, and... we need square ones. And that. No, this doesn't have... No, it's not this. Nope, not that. Not that. It's definitely not that. Where is it? Might be this. No. It's showing... It's showing this in the picture. Maybe this. Like, if we're going off of just the pictures at the bottom. What do you guys think? Is it these three? Two of which we don't have confirmation of what they are. One of which we might know. So I have Eyebite, I have possibly the Palliance, and I have whatever this one is. Yeah, they're not mushrooms. Well, we can try it and we'll see. This one plus this one plus this one. Create. New elixir acquired. Well, it made something. Let's see if it's right. I have it. We'll find out. If it's wrong, we get Rising Dread. It was correct. And we also got Spring Wax Cap. An edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. Doesn't look like any of the three mushrooms we don't know. But we now know Baylock's elixir. Does that end up in our book? I'm not entirely certain. No, it doesn't look like it does. But we don't have to make it again. We have it. Like, that didn't use it up either. So here we go. Our elixir collection. Did that... label anything? Or did that use up those plants? It looks like it used up those plants. Oh no, they just got moved. It didn't actually confirm anything. So... we still don't necessarily know what they are. Alright. There we go. But we have an elixir. There we go. Alright. Well, we don't have to make that again. Thank goodness. Alice, what do you need? I've run out of... oh, I can't remember its name. It's a sweet-smelling plant with small purple flowers. I need it for reasons. A sweet-smelling plant with small purple flowers. Light purple flowers. They smells alluring. This is Solomon's Scepter. She might be asking for Solomon's Scepter. Those are blue. Definitely not that. We have... yeah, that's probably what she's asking for. Yep, that's what she was asking for. Strange. Apparently she's gonna be doing some witchcraft. We weren't really given a choice, so... Hellebore? Simone! Lovely to see you again. Oh goodness, Hellebore, you haven't been getting enough food. That's terrible. Whatever will become of you? My mother had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I'm not getting anywhere. It's strange. I'm sure I've seen some references to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it off in person. That and sneak in some hellebore hugs. She is very partial to her cat. Wise? No, but we're just a horticulturist. They are the customer. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections in Amberside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Mooncaster are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit, Simone. Okay, time to go to places. We need to go to... This is where we are. There it is, Muncaster Castle. This is where we need to go. You do realize that something bad is going to happen at the end of this, and we'll have to get involved to save the day, because that's how stories go. And we'll realize that half of it is because of the things we did and gave to people. We have had very few choices in this whole game, but in the places that we have had those choices, one of those choices was to help relieve someone of getting more visions instead of pursuing the visions further. One of those choices was to ask for a successful hunt rather than protection. I think there might have been one or two more that I'm not thinking of offhand. But it is only when we have a choice between two plants that we truly have a branch in story here. Choices don't matter, it's that we're here at all. I can't help thinking that the world would be far safer if we stayed in bed. You're not entirely wrong, Trav, but at the same time, we didn't help the woman in the jade mask summon the creature. She had summoned the creature prior to her ever coming into our shop. So we are caught up in the events, but we are not the reason for them, necessarily. Do keep that in mind. I follow Freeman's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I have still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention. The Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. This servant is assumed to be immortal since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that does not mean that it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Black Combe, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. Well, we must find the 5 plants to save the day. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Mr. Hall, what can I do for you? Norwood, please. I find it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift. Oh, well, that's reasonable. Here you are. We now have the Norwood. Daisy Dock is what we need to find next. Alright, well, let's make sure that this gets relabeled and stuck up on a shelf. And Daisy Dock is what we should learn about. A simple potion that will grant courage can be brewed from the leaves. It is said that ancient warriors would take it before going into battle. The only leaves that we have like that are these that we have not discovered. So this is probably Daisy Dock. which means that Baylock's elixir requires Daisy Dock, Palliance, and Eyebright. Daisy Dock gives courage. Palliance is create filters toxins, and Eyebright improves eyesight. How is it that those three things assist in memory? Very, very strange. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. You don't think it's the right one? One, two, three, four, five. Ooh, you are correct. That is a big difference. We still do not know. But still, that begs the question. It was the closest to the leaf picture that I had, out of the things that I don't have confirmations of the label. So that's why I went with that. I don't always have to be right, but it is time to close up shop and head to the next day. When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate for even a moment. Afterwards, when the Arda was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid eyes on the book, she had what she needed. The first letter of the Latin name of a plant known as golden light, the number of petals on a lucky camellia flower. Okay. Golden light will give us the letter. Camellia flower will give us the number. Golden light. Nope. Weeping bell. But its Latin name is Lamentium nixus, so L. L is the letter, and Camellia. Camellia flowers almost always contain 6 petals. Finding 7 petals is considered to bring good fortune. So L7 is what we are looking for. Thank you. I do like that my memory tends to be good. So 5, 6, 7. This is assuming that I have this correct. We need to be here at L7. We just recently gotten confirmation on golden light, so that's why I can remember. I amble through the meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear, and hidden among them, something new for my collection. New plants, who dis? Oh, this looks useful, and this looks interesting. Somewhat pungent. The scent is produced is considered overpowering by some, but it is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. I think this is the evulum. I believe this is the evulum. Ah, but we also have that other one that has small flowers, but I don't think that this would be considered flowers. The leaves are very similar to this, though. So I'm going to mark this as evulum. Possibly evulum. And go in our "we think we know it" collection. The other one with the blue, the flowers are blue, but they have little cups. Where you be at? Trimblehuff. Traditionally used as decoration at weddings and is thought to strengthen relationships. Cross-section of small cup flowers, they generally point downward to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access to pollinating insects. This looks like the Trimblehuff. Yeah, I know. Some of the notes are not very helpful. All right, looks like somebody's getting married. My assessment is that we're gonna have some type of marriage thing soon, but those are my guesses for those. We'll see if I'm right. I may not be. Hellebore, how you doing? Oh, Stretch. Verona, lovely to see you. The sisterhood was attacked last night. Bethany is dead, along with the new Arda and 13 others. Those damn fools with all their secrets. No amount of pleading with them could get them to see sense, but through blind luck we have been left with a slender hope in this fight. Sister Charlotte managed to escape the slaughter with the one thing that could help in the fight against the servant. Trust no one. Keep it hidden, but get it open. Hello. We have a puzzle box. No symbols. However, howsomever, we do know of something that will help with us. No. Is it Hop Heart? No. No. Where is it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This one. Clavilium. Is it a dendru of some kind, or an anti-dendru, or an andrew, we might say? No, it's a puzzle box. It's a locked puzzle box. According to legend, the clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. So we just need the clavilium with its heart-shaped leaves. It was one of the very first things we ever learned about. So it's gonna be somewhere in here, near the beginning. But we've, you know, sorted these things just kind of willy-nilly. Really? Is it all the way over here, maybe? No, we did use this before. Where is it? Bet you I went right past it and didn't even see it. No, that's not it. There it is. I told you. Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. Okay, and now we have a riddle. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a pedal to secure black blood's reverse. Those are the 5 plants we need to find. And put aside. But we have a place to go, so let us go to a place. Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. So where is the Dudden? The River Rent, River Sprint, River Kent, the River Eric, Leven. The River Dudden. Here we go. To its source would be here, supposedly. Nope, that was not it. Okay. Tributary to its source. The tributary. Would that have been... Whoops. Go back. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, it was probably this one. We'll try that one next. When we have the time for it. Alright. Let's find out who else will come in today. Ah, David. The mail. They're saying the Sisterhood has been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but those seeds of redemptionist have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside of Pulver's right now. Whoa. Foxfield Trident. Well, somebody wants me to follow that immediately, so I guess here we go. Foxfield is down here. The Trident is here. From Foxfield, the Trident points me to the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swineside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here, a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. New plant, who dis? Ah. Another with that leaf pattern, this time in 5s. This time in 5s. Excellent, excellent. What was that? The, Lesser Meridoc, I believe it is. No. No, it's not. Where was it? The Pallies? No. I think we know that one. Not any of those. Not the Sheep Snap. Where is it? No, we think we know that one. We think we know the Trimblehuff. Which one was it? The Daisy Dock. It's the Daisy Dock. Doo-doo-doo. This might be the Daisy Dock. Good catch on the number of leaf tips. Very good catch. But yes, this should be the correct number this time. Cool. We're good. So this is done, but we still need to do this one. So let's try this again. It says follow the Dundon tributary to its source. So it could have been this one. We checked it. It's probably this one. Aha. It was. Here we go. Where did the little... Okay. I've never seen this plant before, and here it is growing in abundance. New plant, who dis? Done. Alrighty then. A somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers. It's not ringing any bells, nor is its picture here bringing anything up so we may not know what this is, but here it is. Okay. First is the corpse's friend. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. I think we know the curse lifting one. No. Blast a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. So the Elder Finium, I think, is this one. Which we have. We have this one. The Elder Finium. So I am going to section this off over here. This one would be last. Would be number 5. So Elder Finium, I'm pretty sure, is a last a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. Because the Elder Finium is the antidote for Dendra's miasma, and Dendra's miasma is the gilded Dendra. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Dendra's miasma. So that's where we should know too. Yeah. The curse one, which I can't remember the name of it. We might actually know the name of the ankle grabber, the binder. It probably is Swift Snap. Or Swift Snare. I don't think we have any Swift Snare. I just think we know of the Swift Snare. We don't have it. No, what is it? No, it's not that. Is it Brimlock? No. Butterdale? Skin rashes. Not Pavilion. Not these two. It's not the Drathium. We've used this before. Why can I not find it? Sleep draughts. Energy boost. Friendship. Not these two. Here it is, the Long Verkund. Sometimes called Witch's Remedy. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, we don't have Swift Snare yet. We will probably have to find it. The Long Verkund is... No, that's Hop Heart. That's Fox Button. We've used this before. This one. So those two we're certain of. The third is the Fearbringer. I'm not entirely certain that we have that plant. Corpse's Friend, a reminder. I actually do believe we have it because I have played this game before. I just don't think that I have the name for it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's this. So we have more to find. All right, next. Forest, what can I do for you? I'm going to Blackcombe. I will kill this servant. My people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I am not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. I will take Embersoul. Okay. Okay. And as I thought, that was actually Embersoul. Widow's Wool. Alright. So. He took Embersoul for Sanctuary. We just got Widow's Woe. Said to induce fear. Also called Kempfoot, partially due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow from a bed of long, thin leaves. Dark purple flowers, pretty dainty, long, thin leaves. Dark blue flowers smells sweet like rhubarb. It's definitely not that. Just says dainty dark flowers. Does this look more like? Somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers. Said to induce fear. Unpleasant scent. This one is the only one that has a smell component to it. This might actually be the Widow's Woe. Which would be the... It induces fear, so it's something we need. You'll give it a strong maybe. I will give it a strong maybe as well. But all things considered, I believe that's like number 2. No, 3. Number 3. So this might be correct. It might not be. We don't have confirmation. Milton Forbes, what can I do for you? Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in pursuing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example. The Arnside Antiquities. Well, time to go to Arnside. Here's Ambleside. Bay, Sag Hill, Kentmere, Endmore. Over. Gosforth, Beckford. Foxfield. Is it just in Undermere? Oh, no, never mind. Arnside's over here. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I am greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder, by a world old trinkets set alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. The Elixir of the Damned and St. Quentin's Elixir. All right. Oh boy. Now we have more puzzles. Difficult puzzles. All the potion recipes, indeed. St. Quentin's Elixir. This elixir will enable any drinker of it to overcome their sense of fear, though it should be considered beforehand that fear is not always a bad thing. For example, it would not be wise to drink this near to the edge of a cliff. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for luck. I think we might have the first 2, but not the last. The Elixir of the Damned. Made from a combination of Arbutum Cretus, Maculus, Enentia, and Mens Fortis, this powerful elixir is dangerous, and extreme caution is advised. It is said to bring a person back from the brink of death, but at the expense of their soul. Those who have drunk it appear vacant and lost, alive, but no longer really with us. Well. This one is just turn pages until you find the correct 3 plants. So, not those 2. Not these 2. Arbutum alacaratus is Caballia. Okay. I think it's over here, actually. Nope. No. Mens Fortis is the Drathium. Okay. That one's this one. And last but not least... Nope. 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 No. The henchuck. Merculosis rententia. Which we have never proven, but if this is Elixir of the Damned is correct, then yes, we know what this is. Yep. All right. So, where did you put it? There it is. That is definitely Penchuck. So that one is done. We have the Elixir of the Damned. This one, on the other hand, a 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. That is likely to be the Daisy Dock. Because we've learned the Daisy Dock is said to grant courage. A red flower to protect the mind. Could be the Eyebright. No, that's Eyesight. It could be St. John's Poppy. That's Hearing. Okay, maybe not St. John's Poppy. What is this? That's the Eyebright. Could it be the Candlewood? Yes. Shielding effects protects against all manner of afflictions of the mind, so the Candlewood. And a seed pod for luck. Which would be Sheep Snap? I don't think we have it. The bulbs of Bayoni. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant the bulbs of Bayonne. I don't think we have it at all. I don't have anything that has a description of a seed pod in either my unconfirmed or my unknowns. So, I have done everything I can to pull out St. Quentin's elixir, but we don't have the sheep snap. So, I managed to make one, which isn't bad. Onward. Hey, long time no see. The dreams have changed. I understand now what I need to do. When your librarian friend visits tomorrow, give her this instead of the palliance that she will ask for. She knows something that she's not telling you. Oh. We have been warned by Faye, so we will have a choice tomorrow. Long, thin leaves, quite rigid. Aroma is sharp and citric. Oh, ooh. No, not that. Not this. No, not that. We've seen this before. The Lyle of Neptune, also called the Truth Slayer. This plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. Yeah, that's what it is. It also gives a strong, sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. Sparsely petaled pale flowers with a similar middle that give off a sharp and a citric strong scent. Yeah. We know what this is. So, we have a choice tomorrow to give our friend, Simone Green, either the truth-saying one, or the thing that she requests. The palliance, or the truth-saying. We could force her to tell us the truth, or we could trust our friend. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Dusk Flights. I appreciate you. Mm, good hydrate. Joy, it be zombies, but we'll probably need to have them on hand. Why would she want palliance? Something harmless or maybe something important? That's a good question. The palliance, what does it do? It just freshens air. It helps filter toxins from the surrounding air. So she may not be telling us everything, but do we trust our friend? That is the question. It's not a poison or anything, so it's time to end the day. Equipped with the Arda's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. Oh my, and we have gotten to the full moon. Endmore Raven Spider. Well, we must go to Endmore. Endmore. So there's Endmore. Here's the Raven. Here's the Spider. Endmore Raven Spider? Where are our instructions on this thing? Here it is. Briar's Disc, oftentimes called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size, with the same symbols etched around its edge, and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point on the map nearby and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. That is what we are up against right now. So, we have here, Endmore. Here's the Raven. The Raven square is H29. The Spider square is L25. So H29 to L25. I think the middle point between those 2 points is here. Nope, that was not correct. We will have to figure that out again. Looks like H25 then. All right, well, we have to water some plants if we're going to get anywhere with that, so. Let's go water some plants, shall we? If we want to try again, it's either time or plant watering. Just what I love about this game. Alright, we watered enough plants. Let's try this again. So this is H29. L25, so you think H25 is the answer? You are correct. Nope, you were correct. That was correct. The jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. New plant, who dis? Oh, I think we just found some plants that we needed. Though the baubles look soft, they are in fact quite hard. Could this be the sheep's snap that we were looking for? Green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayonne. It was found somewhat in the south, I guess? I'm going to say that this is the sheep snap that we were looking for. And we have a way to confirm this. Alright, but let us take a look at the other new one. The leaves are strong and leathery. Just looks like a daisy to me, though. This isn't ringing any bells from its look or description, so. So let's go brew a potion and see if it's correct. Okay. A five-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, and a seed pod for luck. St. Quentin's elixir got. We did it. Did it. Well, that makes things simple. Put that away. And put that away again. We're still working on that. We don't have Corpse's Friend or the Ankle Grabber as of yet, but we're getting there. So that is our 3 potions. Let us figure out what we need for the day. I also want to put candlewood away. This is definitely the Daisy Dock. We don't have to pretend it's not. Actually, no. And this is definitely the sheep snap. Those are confirmed. These are here because we're keeping them aside. These are still unknown. Or not unconfirmed, I should say. These are still unknown. Here. There we go. Hellebore. Grace Einright. Have you heard of this masked woman? Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. It would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dock to help me get through it instead. Yes, courage. That will help you. Absolutely. Where did I put it? Dead man's fingers. This fungus is typically found in dense forests, protruding through the mulch. At a glance, it can appear as though a corpse is reaching up from the undergrowth, said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Yeah, pretty sure this is dead man's fingers. I mean, even its description is it looks eerily like a ghostly hand. So, I also believe that it is the first is the corpse friend, a reminder. Pretty sure that's what this is. So, I could be wrong. But we are getting places. All right, next person. It's our mailman again. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the horticulturist spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Well, that doesn't bode well. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. Aha! Ho ho! So you got it working. Oh, yes, yes, it works. It works! Look, to the north of Bowfell, at the source of the river, Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho ho. Ah! It's the homeless man again. Delivered by owl, you say? Indeed. Okay, so north of Bowfell at the source of the river Esk. Time to go back to exploring. Here is the Bowfell. This is the river Esk. So there we go. C14. We must obtain the Santa plant. We must obtain this. Its power over small crafting elves is unparalleled. You're funny. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I have never seen before. New plant, who dis? Ooh, fun. Look at that one. What is its description? Bell-like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. It's not giving me any, yeah, it's not giving me any... It's not ringing me any bells. But it's a new plant. It could have the power over small crafting elves. We don't know yet. Thora Dunn. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. He got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I'd have brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. Mr. Dunn, mushrooms, woods west of Undermere, across the lake. Well, this one's done. So, here's Undermere. This is across the lake. It could be either of these squares. We'll try it directly across. Facepalm. He's going to die, isn't he, from eating toadstools? Maybe. Mushrooms. How high have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. New shroom, who dis? I actually think I know what mushroom this is. The red caps have a spongy texture. I think this might be Farmer's Worry. A spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants great strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effects have worn off. This looks very... I think this is Farmer's Worry. We have had the entry of Farmer's Worry since the very beginning of the game. Just FYI. Bloop. Well, at least we can talk to her when she comes back tomorrow. Yeah, don't overeat either. The fatigue is bad. It's not likely to kill you directly. It could very much get you killed, though. Simone, my friend. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. I hoped you might have some sweet breath that could help clear it up. Alright, this is the choice. We have been warned by Faye Smith, the psychic, the psychic, to give her, a different plant instead of the palliance that she's asking for. Do we trust our friend, our long-standing friend Simone Green, or do we trust the psychic? What do we do, guys? Do we give her the palliance that she's asking for? Or do we give her the Lyle of Neptune that will force her to tell us the truth? Quick, betray her by feeding her something she didn't ask for and forcing her to tell you things she doesn't want to say. Either she's already betraying us or she's innocent, but we'd be definitely be breaking her trust. Yes. This is the truth. I mean, it's not that the psychic isn't our friend, but we have known Simone Green for a very long time, and she's always helped us out. Is her keeping information from us a wish to protect us from something, or is it a betrayal to us? Her mother, it is implied that Verona Green, who's helping the investigator with the murders, is her mother. It's not metagaming or genre savvy. It's definitely, like, part of our consideration. She probably knows something important because the game is twisty, but I doubt it's critical or the game would be over if we didn't give her the truth plant. I'm gonna be honest. The last time I played this game on my own, I forced the truth from her. It's messy. We might just want to trust our friend here and see if that goes differently. No, she was very much not happy. Simone Green and the horticulturalist has been friends for many years. Why would we not trust our friend suddenly just because a psychic told us not to? Indeed. She's been nothing but helpful. You know what? I'm gonna give her exactly what she asked for and see what happens. She gave us the entry Sour Bandy. Sour Bandy. The Sour Bandy can help with memory recovery, especially if the memory has been deliberately sabotaged. The name of this plant derives from the fact that although edible, the large stamen is extremely bitter to the taste. Okay. Well, we know that this has been confirmed. Boop. I'm pretty sure that this has also been confirmed, but, like, not officially. Just gonna... Nope. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Let's see here. Sour Bandy. Do we have anything that looks like that? That is the question. Nothing that I'm seeing, really. So I don't think we actually have that plant. Lorena Chapman. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you've got some trimble huff, then it'd save me the trouble of going out to find some myself. If you knew my cousin, you'd know she's not worth the trouble. Well, it just so happens that I have some trimble huff. Where did I put it? That is the question. There it is. Cool. Glowhorn. The glowhorn, or forest lantern, or pixie lamp, is a phosphorescent illuminating the trees that it grows under. Suspicious travelers avoid walking towards it, fearing that the faint light will lure them to their demise. Well, I think we actually have that. So this is definitely the trimble huff. Cool. And the glowhorn is likely this. It does glow. We seem to be... There we go. Because this just says, it seems to give off a small amount of light. So there you are. A wedding, you called it. I did call it. It's pretty obvious. But that's the end of the day. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by. The sun set, and she worked by candlelight at times, sitting still at times, moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. And then he saw it. 8 miles to the east. Eight miles to the east of a particular tree. And it's raining again. The tree is here. At N9. We want to go 8 miles to the east. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which takes us here to N17. That is what it seems to be alluding to. Nope, that was incorrect. There's no tree symbol on here, so... Yes, I clicked it, and it was a Thora. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms, and of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? In a bad way, and I'm worried about him. Well, farmers' worry, often fatal, an antidote can be made using royal gentia. That we have. Right here. Liverstone. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to the strongly paralyzing agents contained within. The liverstone is a mushroom with pointed caps. It smells rotten, but it does have pointed caps. The only mushroom we have with pointed caps like that we don't know, so here we are. This does not go there. There we go. All right. Is that tree in a picture or on something? Oh. We were in the wrong place. We need Gosforth. Good catch, Trav. Hello, Mr. Scrake. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, to Gosforth. 8 miles east of Gosforth. Gosforth. Here. We were in the wrong area of the map entirely. You were very, yes. And you found it immediately. I was expecting a letter or something. No, you asked about a picture on something. The letters generally don't contain pictures, but I remembered that the coin does. So it's 8 miles east of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here in E11. Well played, Mr. Traveler's Side. Well played. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me unto a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. New plants, who dis? Okay. This one's interesting looking. The flowers are very delicate. The petals fall easily. I don't... No? No. Yeah, it's not doing anything. And this one is a bland smelling flower. That's all we know. Nothing ringing any bells from shape or shape, color, or smell or description. Ah. Sorry. You can see it here. Gosforth. I can even zoom so that it's a little more on the other side of the map. But yeah, that's the same. Yeah, when you said picture, I was like, oh, it can only be this. It can only be this. So I don't think I need the coin anymore, but it's stuck in my items for the foreseeable future. Let's talk to some people. See what we get. Forest. That doesn't look good. I've been to Blackcombe. I have fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done, and my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I'm ever to recover from the horror I have seen. Poor man. Well, we just happen to have some, so... Priddle. Coveted by the rich, pretty priddle is crushed to make dyes. This is a very rare plant that is hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate. Purple flowers with a gentle scent. Does that look like Priddle? I don't really have anything else that would. Maybe this? No. These are rounded and these are not. Nothing over here. Okay. I think this might be Priddle. I'm doing well, Mr. Scrake. Thank you for asking. I hope you are also well. All right, Hellebore. Ah, David. There is a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbridge. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. Yikes. Sagil Chalice. Okay. Okay. Time to explore. Sagil Chalice. Supposedly here. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sagil to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. Ooh, my. Goodness, there are so many more plants to look at. Look at this thing. Sharp thorns grow along the edges of the upper leaves. We have nothing in our book like that. There's nothing in my unconfirmed section that looks anything like that. Still modding, this time for it's a flagellant. That's fantastic, Mr. Scrake. I will be headed back to Darkest Dungeon 2 after I return from my vacation. So I will not be streaming tomorrow because I will be traveling, and I will be streaming on Wednesday again. The usual game, the usual time, and everything. This is just the stopgap game for spooky season that actually works on my laptop, which is my mobile streaming computer. But, excellent. I'm glad you're still modding. I approve. Alright. Ruben! Long time no see. How you doing? Verona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found. Ruben. Fantastic. The Swift Snare, the Binder, Ankle Grabber, and Never Let Go are several of the names given to this plant that many give some clue as to its properties. Once ensnared, it is impossible to extricate oneself without help. Swift Snare has small, heart-shaped leaves. I have a feeling this is the Swift Snare. Which means we have all 5 of the plants. So, first is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a petal to secure black blood's reverse. This is supposedly what we need to bind the servant and send him out from our world. Supposedly. I make no promises. You're a modding maniac. Sepsis, which is token transfer. Interesting, that could lead to some fun times. I'm chanting it to work similar to Indiscriminate Science from Plague Doctor. For each negative token transferred, you'll get a plus 5% to healing effect. That could be very powerful. Look them up to be sure. What was the first one? The first one, Dead Man's Fingers. This fungus is typically found in dense forests, protruding through the mulch. At a glance, it can appear as though a corpse is reaching up from the undergrowth, said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Now, this could be the wrong thing. Corpse's friend, a reminder, but it's the only thing in here that we have that really deals with corpses. I could go plant by plant to see if there's another answer that might also fit, but I'm pretty sure the rest are correct. The second one we have is the newly acquired Swift Snare, which is also referred to as the Binder, Ankle Grabber, and the Never Let Go, which is referred to, like, quite literally in the poem. The third is the Fearbringer, which is Widow's Woe, assuming we have the correct plant. Where is it? Widow's Woe is said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partially due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long thin leaves. The reason oops, wrong one, thought it looked like this is its somewhat damp smell and dark red flowers. So that's very close. Dead Man's Fingers. It's literally called Dead Man's Fingers. Turn the page. Oh, Devil's Night Trap is colloquially known as Corpse's Friend. You have a point. I'll put this back. We don't actually know if we have Devil's Night Trap. But we don't have any plant that smells like pine needles. I mean, I can go through them again. Strawberry dipped in honey. Sweet rhubarb. Unpleasant. There's an acerbic odor. Oh, this one, I actually think we might know what it is. I think that one's the sour bandy, actually. Silly me, I didn't catch that earlier. Just, whoops, put that over there, actually. Onward. No scent, no scent. That one doesn't have a scent detail. This one is sickly sweet scent. This one does not have a scent detail. Next is no scent detail. The bland smelling flower. And no scent detail. So nothing that smells of pine. We don't have a Devil's Night Trap, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think we have it. We want a particular type of leaf. Yes. You are a quick reader, yes. So I just don't think we have it. We haven't found it. So we have 4 out of 5. All things considered. Not bad, though. Let's attempt to get to the end of this day before I wrap up stream. So, next, Samuel Thomas. I'm visiting my grandmother up in Tibet, and I thought I'd take her favorite plant to cheer her up. It's blue with large flowers, and it smells lovely and fresh. My Nana calls it sweet breath. We know what that is. That's the Palliance. It is over here. And that is the end of the day. Wow. Wow. As I said, I've already completed this game once. But we have another hour before I wrap up stream. I don't know why I was confused. I think I meant to say wrap up the day. I think that I was like, there's only one more person. Alright, well, another day done. Yeah, we do need to get it soon, but there's still time. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. 15 days. It is now a Friday. Decay gives way to new growth from death, life. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. Yes, I can read upside down. West of White Scar by the river. Here's White Fell. White Scar Cave. West of White Scar by the river. That should be here. Nailed it. Nailed it. The Thunbleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder, from the chest of the skeleton, a plant grows. Well, this, I'm pretty sure, is a bad thing. This is definitely the devil's night trap. It was growing out of a corpse. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. That's where we found it, guys. Someone ate the bad plant again, didn't they? Yes, they absolutely did. We finally found the last of the plants we needed. Right. Cap. Whew, the bad plant has been found. Alright, so this should be all the plants we need. This should be the 5, as far as we can tell. The only one I'm even a little bit concerned about is this one actually being Widow's Woe. Let's see if we can't confirm that in the future. Yeah. Yep. Ask and this game will give it. David. I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen the people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. I'm on it, David. Truly, I am on it. Ah, Amos. He's writing us again. Oh. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside who told me of a cave nearby the locals stay away from. Apparently there is a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Warmest regards. Somewhere to the east of Arnside. Well. Arnside is here. There, somewhere to the east is here. Is she talking about White Scar Cave? We were just there. yes, apparently, that is where we needed to go. A thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground, just wide enough for a man to slip through. But there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. Well, it was indeed Farmer's Worry, as I suspected. We got Twilight Letodia. I'm gonna real quickly just bloop and bloop. I am surprised at how easily I am able to roll away the boulder with the help of the Farmer's Worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. New plants, hoodies. Oh, we got another pointed one, though. Alright, we did catch a new entry. Which I believe is this one. And we did get some new mushrooms. Waxy reddish caps. Dark and imposing, strange. My fingertips feel slightly numbed. Okay. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Go back here. This is not the Liverstone. The other one is. It's pointy and makes your fingers go numb. It's the paralytic. There we go. This is getting out of hand. We're crowding our pumpkins, which is terrible. All right. Twilight Lepodia. In the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and eye of crow, a plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flowers. The smell it gives off is quite foul. Does that look like the correct leaves? Has an unpleasant scent. It's not this one. These are too rounded. Wrong scent. This one doesn't have a scent. This one has the wrong sort of leaves and a wrong scent. No. Definitely not that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. So I'm gonna mark it as such because it looks like the leaves are the right kind to this thing. Ay, ay, ay. We'll see if my guess is correct another day, I'm sure. But for now, there we go. Next. Alden Gregory. My wife of 30 years is dying. That is the truth of it, as painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there's nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and it is all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. It is a maybe. That's why we put a question mark at the end of its name. And if I'm wrong, which I have been on occasion, I'm wrong. Like, that's not any big deal. But he is looking for the elixir of the damned, and we have made it, and here it is. Well, sir, good luck. Haverage. Pretty blue flowers line the stems of this sought-after plant. It is said that if you give haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you will both live long and blessed lives. blue flowers, same flower shape. I think this is average. Okay. Bloop. All right, that clears up some of our unknown log. Some, not all. Yeah, life at any cost. He'll be back, complaining, I'm sure. What a delightful shop you have. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get a hold of some liverstone here. Why exactly do you need it, though? Due to strong paralyzing agents contained within. This one has dots on it. This one doesn't. Oh no, never mind, it does. You just don't see it from afar, but fingertips feel slightly numbed. Well, there we are. It's definitely that. We got thumb, or tomb. Pronounced tomb, this flower is sometimes associated with death. Tomb is used as a fragrance in soaps and candles. Well, we know that this one is correct, so we shall mark it as such and put it where this is. Okay. Tomb. Don't think we have that. Nothing here has the look of these. And I mean, I suppose we can look through what we think we know, but yeah, I'm not seeing that particular leaf shape. So that one I don't believe we have at all. Ah, girl in the jade mask again. Do you think that this new plant lets you shout at dragons? I don't think so. Ah, a strong paralytic. She's very suspicious. I can't control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, death, and more death. You have to help me. So she either wants Dead Man's Fingers, which is said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind, or Widow's Woe, which is said to induce fear. I know that this is Dead Man's Fingers, but do we confirm the Widow's Woe? The story so far is saying that, yes, she's probably the Servant Summoner. She is kind of sus. Nah, you think? So what do we give her? Fear or strength and courage? Well, if she's really trying to hold it back, strengthening her mind is a good move. But if she's trying to steal her resolve to murderize everyone, not such a good idea after all. Clueless. If we confirm that this is Widow's Woe, then the only plant in the 5 that we need to banish this thing is confirmed. The only one that we're not entirely certain of. Looks like an ordinary person. I mean, to some extent, she is an ordinary person who just got obsessed with the wrong thing? Question mark? I'd say give her the fingers and hope that she's legit. We could. We have a choice. It will affect the story. Yeah, she's the person in the book with the story. She is the summoner, the girl that we've been hearing about between the days. This is her. It's not blatantly said, but it's very obviously her. Okay. We can make it afraid, or we can try to strengthen her will and resolve. What if we performed a citizen's arrest? I don't think that's going to help, because she can't control it. She's just as likely to die now as the rest of us. So ultimately, I think I'm gonna attempt to see if this is legit Widow's Woe. Because if it's not, and I've guessed wrong, then this might be... Nope, I was correct. Carnivorous Tauren? Known in the north as Andrew's Bane, after the unfortunate demise of a man named Andrew Jardin, he was caught and slowly eaten alive by a large specimen of the Tauren. Revered in the occult world, a cross-section of the Tauren stem reveals a pentagonal symmetry. Weird. Well, I've made a decision, and I don't know if it's the right one, but we do know that that is definitely Widow's Woe, so all of these plants are correct. This is done. We are pretty sure we have this. Okay. Oh, no. The plant isn't necessarily to terrify her. The plant is to terrify the servant. She's gonna try and use it to terrify the servant into staying away from population, I think. But we'll see what happens. I made a decision. Maybe it's not the right one. Hollis Gibb, well, how can I help you? There's been talk over the last few nights down the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. Sure, have some glowhorn. Pennybell. The leaves of the pennybell are chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. However, it is highly addictive and can lead to sickness and death. Well, the glowhorn we've done. That's good. And that is the end of the day. Pennybell. Do we have any bell-shaped flowers that we don't know? I mean, I don't know if that's the pennybell. Doubtful. That looks like leaves. We don't really have heart-shaped leaves, but this has heart-shaped leaves and bell flowers. Maybe this is the pennybell? Do we not have the swift snare? Is that what the problem is? These don't look the same. If we go to the swift snare entry, that looks the same. This is definitely the swift snare. Okay. Onward we go. She finally had the power she had craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread. It was death. Day 16, Saturday. To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the wood. Okay. Here's a castle. Here's a castle. Here's a castle. To the east of the castle, across the river, through the mountain pass, it grows the edge of the wood. That castle definitely has all those elements. This castle does not. This castle, to the east of the castle, across the river, through the mountain pass, it grows the edge of the wood. But there's two rivers here, so it can't be this castle. I'm pretty sure it's this castle. Oh, we have this castle down here as well. But again, there's no mountains, so... The only one with the right description is Iceberg Castle, I think. Dang, I'm good. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I am rewarded with a new find. Ooh. That also... It moves fast for a plant. Has the same kind of heart-shaped leaves. Gets tricky, this game. It gets tricky. This is what we know. It has small, heart-shaped leaves. I suppose these aren't really small compared to this. These are small. Very similarly shaped, both heart-shaped. Yeah, I think I've been bamboozled again. This might be the... Where is it? The penny bell. But that is just... That is just a thought. Verona. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we need. Okay. So, many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcombe, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, though we know that 5 plants are required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. It is time to go to the ritual site. Now, we could wait until we've finished the day. Here's the Blackcombe. We know that the Great Oak is here. Believe that is the ritual site we need to go to. But let's see what the day brings us, shall we? It's a good thing you weren't here half an hour ago. Yeah, no kidding, Trev. Oh, is she just gonna keep showing up? We must act before it's too late. Gather the plants and meet me at the ritual site. Okay, that's all we're getting. We have to go there. So it looks like, if my letter is correct, to the south of the Watcher, Lacombe, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak and the Great Oak and the Dendrew. Just double checking everything. Yeah, I think we just have to go to the Great Oak. South of the Great Oak tree? Okay. We'll go south of it, see what happens. Ah, here we go. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Here it is. This is what we know. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. The third is the fear bringer. Fourth, to lift a curse. Last, a pedal to secure the black blood's reverse. If we have done this correctly, this will be possibly the end of the game. Well done, I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. Do you mean nothing's happening? We got the right plants. I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A huge splintering crash behind us makes us all spin round to look across the clearing. A huge creature, its head and shoulders visible above the treetops, is making its way towards us, ripping up trees as it advances. The servant. Ooh my, ghastly looking thing. What was that about being patient? I think we are out of time. At that moment, the woman in the jade mask comes hurtling out of the woods at the other side of the clearing. She takes in the scene and heads towards Reuben, ripping her mask off and flinging it into the dirt. Father! Thea? Reuben runs towards her and they embrace in the center of the clearing as the servant bears down. I can clearly see the tears flowing down Thea's stricken face as she looks up at her father. I'm so sorry. I've been a fool. I thought I could control it, but I can't. It's too strong. Oh, what have I done? She runs towards us at the shrine, bringing out a small vial of red liquid from within her cloak and thrusting it into Verona's hands. It's blood. My blood. I know what to do. But before she can act, the servant bursts through into the clearing, sending 100-year-old ash and elm hurtling as though they were saplings. Do your worst. Reuben locks eyes with the servant and grabs a sturdy branch, running off to the side to draw the creature away from the shrine. The huge beast lunged towards him with a terrifying roar. Reuben brings up the branch as the servant closes the gap and brings its large skeletal claws arcing down. The branch splinters and Reuben is sent reeling backwards, but he doesn't have time to regain his footing before the beast is on him, slashing and maiming. Father, no! Thea crumples to the floor, wailing as Verona fumbles with the stoppered vial, turning back towards the shrine. She pours the blood into a small cavity at its base, and then everything happens at once. The servant makes a desperate charge towards us, and I am certain that we are going to be devoured. But Thea steps forward and raises her arms. Get back, servant! Stop! I command you! The servant falters for a moment, as though wrestling against some invisible force, but it regains control almost immediately. It thrusts one spear-like appendage forward and impales Thea through the abdomen. At the same time, a pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, flinging Thea's lifeless body to one side. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smolders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what has just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I have been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. The devastation wrought by the ancient beast was greater than anyone had imagined. By the end, Thea had lost control entirely, as has been made clear from the tales coming from Haverig and Boodle. Without our intervention, who can say what the final toll would have been? In contrast, Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have plowed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant. In the end, she gave her life to help us defeat it. Verona and I have kept quiet by unspoken agreement. And as for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of strange horticulture, of course, with Hellebore for company. It's quieter around here, and I miss my friend Reuben. But I am content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. A bloody mess. The servant is gone, a victory of sorts, but one tinged with sadness at the death of our friend. So I have found ending 1. Tomb. Reuben Ward is deceased, killed by the servant. Verona Green is alive, but she rarely comes to the shop anymore. And she does not say it, but you know she is deeply saddened by Reuben's death. They were friends and colleagues, after all. Bethany Coleman is, of course, deceased, killed by the servant. Faye Swift is alive. She has not dreamed of the servant since we performed the ritual, thankfully. Ennis Aylford is in hiding. He has not been seen since the defeat of the servant. There are rumors he is living in Rydell Cave once again. Forrest Vare is wounded. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Thea Ward is deceased. The woman in the jade mask was killed by the servant. And Isidore Burbridge is still alive, currently pursuing legal action against strange horticulture. For no other reason than he's an annoying jerk. And that is an ending for Strange Horticulture by Bad Viking. These are the credits of all the people who worked on this project, who did such an amazing job. Strange Horticulture is very, very interesting and has more secrets that even I have not found yet. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little spooky Eldritch interlude between our usual Darkest Dungeon failures and affairs as we work our way through all of the spooky season stuff that's so much fun. Strange Horticulture is going to have a somewhat sequel, Strange I believe it's called Strange Artifacts. Or no, Strange Antiquities, actually. It's not out yet, but the developer, Bad Viking, is working on it as we speak, and I look forward to what it has to bring to this little world. It's wonderful. So, massive amounts of credits to those who worked on this project and everything they brought to the table. The artwork is really well done. The story is deep and strange. The plants are absolutely a treat. The mechanics are very simple and the puzzles are clever. So this is, again, my second playthrough. The first time I did it all by myself. It ended far more horribly, so thank you, chat, for helping me along the way. And well, here we are at the end of this beautiful little game. What did you guys think of it? What did you enjoy? What tickled your fancy? I would like to know. Only because I enjoyed it so very much, and I've done all the talking. As you can see, it has been translated into many other languages too, which I think is really fantastic. Many, many people have been able to enjoy this beautiful little game. And I highly recommend picking this up on Steam if you have the chance. It's well worth checking it out if you like this kind of like cozy but kind of spooky gameplay. It is very much a cozy game in many ways, with its sound effects and the rain and the fact that the cat purrs if you pet it and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, we're looping now. Earlier. Hello, what is this? Have you ever heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Ooh. Plants identified, 56 out of 77. And I have a mountain, 3 towns, and an X. Interesting. Ooh, this is new. This is new. I'm in. I'm in. Let's go. Let's find it out. Okay, so we have a mountain and 3 towns. That looks like Whitefell, Swineside, and Foxfield. No, they're not quite close enough. But there's Okay, so we need mountain, 3 towns. Yes, it's actually Whitebarrow. Because there's the castle. These 2 are the correct squares across. The mountain is in the right place, which means that if we go down 1 from the mountain and 1, 2, 3 over, X marks the spot. Ooh, I'm so good. N27, yeah. I got that one. Ooh, I need to put things away, I think. Put this one there because I feel like it. Anyway, the sun is low in the sky. I am tired after a long day. I have earned this reward. New plant, who dis? Ooh, pretty. Yellow flowers, very strong aroma, slightly aniseedy. Yellow flowers. Cannot move this. There was something about yellow flowers. No, not this. No. Can't quite think of it. No, that's pretty. Blue flowers. The round flower head of a Meridoc is made up of smaller yellow florets. I knew I thought of something. That's definitely that shape. A single drop of the strong-smelling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental facilities, rendering them slow and uncomprehending. Very strong aroma, slightly aniseedy. Yeah, lesser Meridoc. I thought so. I thought so. I'm so good at that. Very good possibility. Wow. More gameplay. What in the world? All right. Have you heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. We need to go to Ravenglass. 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 I am met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes who is delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of the wood, I remember that much. We must have been heading west because I could feel the sun on my face, and it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers, then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we traveled. They left me here in Ravensglass, and I have stayed ever since. As I turn to leave, he adds, "Here, if you're serious about going, you'd better have this." Ah. So both that information as well as an elixir. Ooh. I didn't know that there was gameplay after the ending. It ended so badly for me last time. I didn't survive. Elixir of the Black Veil. No seed will grow that does not wither. No water will languish upon the river. No man will last forever hail. We all wear the blackened veil. Leaf of the Storian, dark flower of the tomb, stench of the twilight. Okay, we know what all those are. Leaf of the Storian. Where are you? Leaf of the Storian. Dark flower of the tomb. There's the twilight. Where did I put the tomb? Is it up here, maybe? Oh, we don't have it. That's what the problem is. We don't have it. All right. So we are setting these aside for when we do. Got it. Set aside, set aside. Simone. It's good to see you too, Hellebore. It has been a while. You seem as relaxed as ever, though. Nothing ever phases you, does it? I must admit I've been buried in my books and seem to have missed all the excitement. I hear you and your plants had a part to play, though. I've been collating some information on a selection of plants for a little book I'm putting together. I was hoping you could help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with the moonlight flower, Bella Nox. I've always loved that one. The moonlight flower, Bella Nox? I don't have the Bella Nox. Unless, of course, that's its Latin name. I can check. Hmm. No, it's not a Latin name. Supposedly I have it. The moonlight flower. I don't think I have the entry for this. I'm not remembering anything about a flower called the moonlight flower or Bella Nox, but we could go one by one. Sometimes they're like, it's also called this. It's apparently a flower, not a mushroom. Nope. Nope. This one's also called Lovelock. Nope. No. No. Nope. So no page for it? That's really weird. I mean, I'd guess it's an unlabeled plant with the chance of it being either silver or very dark, which isn't too helpful. I mean, you're not wrong, but like sometimes like Bella Nox could be an alternate name for something we do know. Is that a place that you missed visiting? I don't think I missed visiting anywhere. Is the problem. So I'm just like triple checking that I have not an entry for something that says it's also known as. Ah, Haverage. It is said that if you give Haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you both live long and blessed lives. Could she be thinking of the Haverage? We could try it. It's possible, Trav. It's possible I have it and I just don't know it. Because I don't have a page for it, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. I could look it up. No, that's okay. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna try this one. I guessed. Apparently that's Bella Nox. I quite literally just guessed. Spring wax cap. That's a mushroom, isn't it? Yes it is. We actually do know about spring wax cap. What do we know about it? An edible mushroom with some wild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. I'm pretty sure that's this. Look at that. It absolutely is. The Haverage is this one. Actually, no, I had those set aside for a reason. Fool's Midnight. I think I'll give Fool's Midnight a miss, thanks. Fool's Midnight. Is she just blitzing identified plants for your catalog? Maybe. She just said she doesn't want it, but I have no other choice. Why does Fool's Midnight ring bells? That one rings bells. I'm just gonna try something. Okay, that is Fool's Midnight. Oh, Demel sounds nice. I wonder if that's what Mum puts in her tea. I've often thought she must have secret ingredients that make it extra soothing. Don't have it in my book, so we'll try this. Oops. Nope. Rising Dread. I need to be more careful. That wasn't Demel. It must be better prepared sometime. So that's not it. Strong and leathery. A bland smelling flower? It's definitely not that. What's this? We'll try that one then. Nope, that was still not it. Bland might work for soothing, maybe? You think so? You were correct. Lesser Meridoc? I believe we know what that is. Yeah, that's this one. So it looks like we're just identifying the plants we couldn't get to. Is all this is. It says here, Umbrella smells of strawberries. There's so many conflicting aromas in this shop, I can't pick it out. This is the Umbrella. The Evulum, I'm pretty sure we know what that one is. Yep. That was correct. Now we're on to the Penny Bell. I had it tagged correctly. The burdock. My mother often uses burdock leaves in her cooking. She's too stubborn for superstitions. Okay, it's not one of those. It's not that one. Burdock leaves. Let's try this one. Nope. And we died. A shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. It's a puzzle. Definitely not that one. There we go. So that's what happens when you have too much dread. Is you get this, where you have to put the medallion on your book back together. Nope, that's not it. It's this one first. And then this one. There we go. Nope. No, not quite. Here we are. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. And then we get to try again. Crazy, right? She's back. We must be feeling better. Burden. You do not know what burden is. It's not that one. She's too stubborn for superstitions. Nope, it's not that one either. Okay. Maybe she's doing it because you didn't dose her with True Serum? It's hard to say. I don't know. I never got this before. Okay. Another herbal remedy for sore throats that doesn't work. Oh well, let's see what it looks like at least. Poloscus? That was a guess. Here we are. The Lail of Neptune, we do know. That's the one we didn't give to her. Where is it? I put it up here because I knew what it was. No, that's the wrong one. Grab the wrong one. That's this one. The Historian? Didn't we do that one already? No, I guess we did not. Now we definitely know that that's the Historian. The Sour Bandy. This one. Well, I guess that in your last game you did die, which would be a decent excuse. Yeah, I kind of died. It was just pretty bad. So, this time I get to check it all out. The Mikdu. This one. I have a feeling that that is this one. Look at that. It's a carnivorous plant. Who would have thunk? Dead Man's Fingers is over here. The Twilight is over here. I was correct about that. The Tomb. I guess we did have it. It was this all along. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Done. So we've gotten the elixir. The Priddle I have over here somewhere. And okay. Well, that seems to be all of them, you know. Oh yeah, these are definitely known entities as well. You know, I think you've earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturist. Ta-da! We now know all the plants. And that is the end of the game. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today for this amazing game of Strange Horticulture. I've been May, and generally speaking, I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If that is not your time zone, feel free to give me a follow and throw on notifications so that you know when I go live for you. However, I will not be going live tomorrow. And just as a reminder for that, I do have a Twitter. That's your alternative place to follow and put on notifications for notifications that I'm going live, and also posts on why I'm late, or if I'm not streaming someday, a reminder that I will not be streaming because I would love to have you guys again today. It's also a place where you can get to know me better as a person and come yell at me at Twitter. I would be happy to have you, any of you, on any given day. If you have missed anything on Strange Horticulture or the other game I'm streaming this spooky season, which is Darkest Dungeon 2, you can find all the VODs over on YouTube. Strange Horticulture will be in the miscellaneous streams list, and Darkest Dungeon 2 will be an extension of the Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2 list. You're welcome to go check them all out. I make no money on YouTube. It's mainly just there for you guys to have my company anytime, day or night, at your leisure, however it is you need. So feel free to jump over there, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the VODs go live. With all that being said, I am a streamer who raids my friends because we're all in this streaming community together, and here is my raid message that should work for everybody. So feel free to copy pasta it if you'd like to use your own. You are welcome to do so. Just make sure that it has love, heart, or raid emojis from wherever you'd like. Unfortunately, I have nobody on to raid. So sad. So sad. So I suppose this is where I leave you today. I hope that you go jump into a streamer that you enjoy who's on right now, and you feel free to use my raid message and confuse the heck out of them. Go for it. Cause chaos. I want you to. But until until Wednesday, I will see you guys another day. Have a fantastic day. Joke's on you, I've been there the whole time. Well, feel free to pretend to raid them for me, like Dr. Man. I would love that. But yeah, this is the end of my stream, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. So until then, take care. Have a great rest of your day. Have an even better tomorrow. And I'll see you on Wednesday for some more Darkest Dungeon 2 by Red Hook Studios. Bye, guys. See you later.